Greetings, Marines! Today is a very special friggin' day because we have confirmation of the release date of Season 3, the Lancer update coming free April 19, 2022. I can't believe I'm uttering these words. I thought we'd die waiting for this thing. So I didn't even read through the entire thing, guys. I just wanna geek out with you. I'm gonna read them from the official site and will be commenting and freaking out as I move forward. So, the Season 3 Lancer update is just around the corner, but we wanted to give you a peek at everything being added. Dig in and dive into the cosmetics and weapons coming soon. So, it starts by breaking down the kit. Lancer. The Lancer holds the 9. They do not falter, they do not retreat. Often, they don't even move, so this is kind of a sentry class, I suppose. Passive, Overwatch. While standing still or in cover, gain 1 stack of Overwatch a second up to 5. Overwatch increases accuracy, damage and stability for 3% per stack. However, for every second out of cover or moving, lose 1 stack of Overwatch. Very peculiar if you take into consideration what some of the most demanding for one insane missions have you do when it comes to moving around. But let's see where they take this. Ability 1, Particle Lance. Fire a powerful particle weapon that penetrates all enemies in a line of fire, blocked only by terrain. Oh my god, man, the builds I'm gonna do with this shit. Ability 2, Onslaught. Immediately reload weapon and automatically reload after every shot for duration. Increases weapon damage and damage resistance by 20%. Decreases movement and fire by 20%. So it gives you constant reload for weapons like the Medved. This will be awesome. And makes your guns more powerful, but you move slower. That's very interesting, guys, because this guy needs to stay stationary to make the most out of the abilities. Pairing this with the passive at 5 stacks can deal some insane numbers, I hope. Everything depends on starting damage. If the ability is shed out of the gate, this won't do anything. But if the initial damage is like effective, like the grenade from the gunner, for example, or the turret's DPS, this will be awesome. Loadout Presets. Dude! Design loadouts for specific missions or team comps. Every Marine knows you bring the right tool for the right job, and Season 3 is making that easier than ever. Loadout presets will now allow you to save up to 10 presets that include kits, weapons, and cosmetics. Hallelujah! At last. New Armat Weaponry. CQW, X1 Fireball, AoE on impact, a launcher in a non-heavy shot, lobbing fireballs with lasting fire patches. Okay. This is not a heavy, this is W. Okay, that's interesting. Heavy. M4 1E4 heavy pulse rifle. Moderate speed, high sustain. The fire standard machine gun brought to the heavy space. Okay, heavy machine gun it is. A rifle. X45 bombard flechette rifle. Faster firing, greater precision. All the goods of the X43 for SMG brought to the DMR space. Very interesting. I'd love to test this. Handgun. Mark 7 Mod C QB pistol. Automatic burst, the control of an SMG wrapped in a machine pistol. Now we go into the cosmetics. Uacm Frontline pack. Over 20 items include class kits, skins, emotes, decals, and more. The content is free for the Deluxe edition, available as DST for the Standard edition. And then it states that you survive the hype. A new season of fighting the Xenomorph threat is here. Get aliens, Fireteam Elite, blah blah blah. Okay. So then we have a deep dive section here that mostly revolves around the video demonstration that they have on their website. I will link it in the description. Let's talk a bit about these changes. So we start with the Lancer. In this game it has become apparent for quite a bit of time now that moving is surviving. Okay, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. In this patch notes, they do not explain the new perks. I can see 15 new perks here. Okay? These 15 new perks, of course, are related to the already existing classes as well. I can see micro rockets, I can see the turret, I can see stims. It's all gonna be related to our existing classes as well, and of course, new perks for the new class. Also, new challenge cards. We're going to get a bunch of those as we did with Season 2. So, we get a class that is dependent on holding the line. If they can indeed hold the line, as in holding the team's 6 whilst the team is clearing ground in front of them, this can be invaluable. Okay, I'm not gonna lie about that. This could be invaluable for team composition. But if the damage and abilities of this class are not up to par with the rest of the top tier classes, this is probably gonna be a detriment, because this game forces you to move forward to avoid the constant respawning of enemies behind you. If this character needs to stand still for set amount of time in order to get their stacks and be effective, this might not be working as well as intended, but we'll have to test this. Now, we see the loadout presets. This is a godsend that we've been asking for a long time. I have my failings with the experimental hand cannon build that I made months ago. I never went around to changing those perks, and I never used my failings because I was bored. Okay, so if I had my go-to build available at the click of a button, I might have played some more failings. This is excellent, guys. It will take away all the hassle of remaking our classes constantly. Like, for example, my gunner, I never changed my Vanguard 2.0 build, okay? It's pretty excellent. If you've been following the challenge, you know it. If you don't, go check it out. It's awesome. One of the most powerful gunner builds ever. But for the dog, I have a couple suggestions. For the phalanx, I have a couple suggestions. For my technician, I grew to love the heavy turret. I have one with flamer, I have one with a heavy. I can save them both. It will be awesome. Now, the guns presented here. There's a heavy machine gun. It's a strange grenade launcher kind of thingy for CQW. It's a machine pistol and a DMR. Okay, no negatives here. We needed a new heavy that will hopefully be better than the minigun. Let's hope it is. And of course, everything else that we see here looks promising. The revolver was a nice niche inclusion in the previous season update, but it was kinda overly precision reliant. This is a machine pistol, spray and pray hopefully, so you can make short work of the small fries. Then you can switch maybe to a shotgun if you're a technician, or anything else that gets paired with a handgun to clear the heavier targets. Of course, new cosmetics to unlock from Park. That's always in the game. That's kudos to the guys, because they also offer unlockable cosmetics and emotes, and of course the rest of the stuff will go into the paid cosmetic DLC for the deluxe edition. No crossplay. Now listen to me, guys. The crossplay situation is kinda tricky. If they added crossplay today, it wouldn't make that big of a difference, honestly, because the vast majority of the players interested in these games are gone. Okay, so there's not that big of a basis at this point to merge together. Very few people play this game, and the people who keep playing this game play with friends, with allies that know what they're doing, so they're able to enjoy the game. The matchmaking experience is always hit or miss. Of course, it would have been welcome. I'm not putting icing on the cake here, I'm not glossing it over. It would have been great. What I see here is pretty good stuff, but I don't think we're getting it, to be totally honest. Like, I'd love to play from my Xbox with the PlayStation crew I have, because on my Xbox my account is like 50% done. I could just stream with the guys, and I could complete that and get my achievements and all that good stuff. But man, I don't know. Chances at this point of getting crossplay are pretty slim. I don't think they just went through the whole cross matchmaking thingy without referring on the patch notes. That'd be kind of strange to do. If I'm mistaken in this vid and something else came to the light after I made the vid, of course, you can tell me. What we're getting here is a good assortment of new stuff, especially the Lancer, because it's a new class. It will allow us to make new builds. It will shake up the dynamics a bit, you know. What can we bring in this mission that's not a technician, a recon, and a gunner, for example? Okay. The class itself will surely bring value to the game for people who care about playing the game more. Now that it's settled in my brain, I really have to address the elephant in the room. There is no mention of any new campaign or mission in here, like nothing. Which means that even if you play the new kit, even if you play the new guns, even if you play the new modifiers, the new perks and the new cosmetics, you will be playing the same 12 missions again and again. And if you're like me, and some people I'm sure are like me and co, you've played this mission 1,000 times. Horde hasn't been touched. Horde is Horde. The same thing that it was on day one, and point defense shouldn't be touched by any person with self-respect. So what are we gonna use this in? Like for me, it's not the worst case scenario because I get a new class and I can make builds for said class. And I can also tinker around with the new perks to change my already existing builds, and I can stream modified gameplay of Extreme Insane with the new cards and make things more interesting. But for the average enjoyer of the game, this might be a tall order to get back into it. Even a new difficulty setting could remedy that. Like we got the reported nightmare mode that some people thought would be coming to the game months ago, only for the toughest of the tough. That would be interesting, like get back in there and be even more masochistic than before and suffer even more because we enjoy pain. But I don't know, I don't think this will be enough to bring people back. We really need some more campaign, man. We really need some new campaign missions to complement the existing arsenal. Even if they are just 3 missions, even if it's just a small campaign. A raid. Just one mission that would act as a raid, would incorporate like 6 people or 5 people. I know that it's possible programming-wise because I have done it. When the glitch was in the game, I played through the entire thing with a 5-man squad. And although it was a mess when it comes to balancing, they could make one mission that would revolve about the usage of 5 people at the same time and maybe take down the Queen in Katanga. Anyway, I'm not gonna come off as overly negative. And I wanted to bring the info for you first and foremost. You know the drill, guys. I'm covering everything in Aliens as soon as it comes out. Sub, like, and share if you enjoy this game and this kind of content. I will be coming back to Aliens as soon as we have new content. I will present and analyze and kit mod and screw with everything in here. Every single thingy. If you really want to help the effort, get a membership on the channel or visit my Patreon. It really helps tremendously, guys. This is not just words. This is a fact of life. We also have to eat. And until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!